Hey ballers, Squiggles here with another game. This one is going to feature Nercio and Mana. That is right, we are going to have a Zerg versus a Protoss on shakuras Plateau, and they are spawning in as close air positions as you possibly can, all things considered, although it's not the closest thing in the world. And it looks like right now we have Mana who is trying to fast expand, but look at this, the drone taking a page out of the probe's book and not letting them. Oh, but the taser shoots so far. Meanwhile, oh, there was a pylon that was down that was blocking, and look at the drone doing the same. That's so funny, actually. And oh, Nexus gets down. Ho, ho, ho. So the drone did what he could, but did not manage to do it enough. Forge just now going down, and Zerglings are already on their way. So, oh man, this could actually be pretty crazy. And there we go. The probe finally gets his revenge, and the drone is going down. But like I said, Lings are on the way. Probe goes down on the other end as well. And here goes down the hatchery. So both people are expanding. The thing is, Nercio has actual attacking units out right now, and Mana does not. Going to throw down a couple of gateways to try to delay these Lings who are bloodthirsty and heading across the map. You can see that the cannon is not even just now going down. Wow. And cannons do take quite a bit to build. So we are going to wait and see if this wall can actually hold off. There are a decent amount of hit points. And here come the Lings. Great surround on this gateway. You can see how fast the shields are going down and everything else, and it looks like it's going down. Is it going to finish? He might have to actually cancel this. He wants to cancel, not let it get killed. There's the cancel. All right, doesn't get it back. No, it got blocked. And look at this. All the probes have been pulled, and by all, I mean not all. Have been pulled and are now holding position on the ramp. The Zerglings are holding position over here. The cannon is done and cannot do anything yet, and this Nexus is done and cannot do anything yet either. So, okay, now it looks like these Zerglings are trying to poke forward. Probes are trying to get a surround. Wow, this is so crazy. And now these probes are actually still just holding. And here come the Zerglings going to be running in here trying to pick stuff up. They do get one probe. A couple of Zerglings getting taken down by the cannon. Only one kill, actually. And now 5 Lings back in the main base. Going to be trying to pick off some probes. Not going to get anything, really. Now going to pick off. Are they going to get any probes at all? One probe going down. Is there going to be a second probe? Looks like no. Oh, 2 probes going down. All right, so 2 probes were lost. I believe that was 2 probes. Oh, actually, Nercio killed 4 probes total and lost his 1 worker, as we saw. But now Mana has somehow managed to hold that. Wow, that was pretty tense, pretty crazy. But now he has Zealots out, at least. Meanwhile, look at this. Nercio just opting to take a 3rd. He put on some pressure, and now he's going back to just straight droning. And he almost has a 3rd base already up, sending out that queen to go over. Hopefully, it'll get there about the time it's finished. And he is getting a 3rd queen. She is almost done. She's going to be building at the natural, so he's going to have a ton of larvae pretty soon. And if he's able to get a couple rounds of drones, he's going to have a ton of drones, which means he's going to have a ton of money, which means he could get kind of out of control. 12 Lings on the way. He did see these Zealots, and as these Zealots get, wow, it was terrible camera control. As these Zealots get to the natural, these Zerglings are going to pop. Not going to overextend with these Lings. Going to wait for all the Lings to pop, and here we go. Now we have a lot of Lings on the field. We can go to the units tab really quick and see 12 Zerglings versus 2 Zealots. That is never good for the Zealots, although Zealots are good versus Zerglings, not when they get completely surrounded. Look at this. Individually microing Zerglings to focus down and kill these Zealots. 1 Zealot going to go down, 2nd Zealot going to go down. And it looks like, look at this, lots of Zealots, or lots of Zerglings in the red that didn't actually die. Great unit control coming out for Nercio, who is now going to be splitting up Zerglings, it looks like, and taking over the entire map. He's going to have such good line of sight. Also has good Overlord spreads all over the place. But Mana right now, he just needs to make sure he doesn't die to any kind of attack. It looks like he is going to be adding on another cannon. He has his Artosis pylon down. But other than that, looks like he has a pretty good wall and is getting a pretty quick +1. So his Zealots will be doing quite a bit of damage to the Zerglings once that +1 finishes, because they 2-shot him instead of 3-shot him. Okay, now it looks like there are going to be more gateways going down, which gets scouted instantly by Nercio. Great scout there with the Overlord. Nothing really to even focus down the Overlord. Looks like we are going to have a flashlight that is going to be shined on the Overlord. Overlords are allergic to light, and so that will eventually kill him, but not for a while. Oh, the probe trying to get some scouting is going to get caught by these Zerglings, but they do not have speed yet, which means he is going to run up here. He's going to see the creep, and then he's going to see the queen, then he's going to see the hatchery and be like, oh, I see. So he's on 3 bases. Interesting. And what is he going to do with that knowledge? We don't know. Looks like he's going to add on a bunch more gateways, and by a bunch I mean 2. Could add on another one, though. He does have the money now. Twilight Council instead. Okay. So he's going to have 5 gates. That's 4 or 5. I thought I saw another one being built. Yep, 6 gates. So he's going to have 6 gates and a Twilight Council. So could be going for charge. Could be going for Blink. I think Blink is probably more likely. We'll have to wait and see. Roach Warren is on the way. +1 Carapace on the way. And a Lair on the way, as well as 26 Zerglings. 26 big woods. That actually 26 small woods, because Zerglings are like miniature warriors. But in groups, they swarm across everything, giving the swarm its name. Okay, Mana, how are you going to defend this? Well, he's going to start by getting Hallucinate, so he can go ahead and get some scouting in, because he is totally in the dark right now, since he is going for a different tech path and is not actually getting a robo facility. He's not going to have observers out, and he's going to need some way to see what's going on the map. Although he could just check pretty soon, because he's going to have a whole bunch of lings knocking on his door, it looks like. Although the lings are going to be popping up here first, making sure he hasn't expanded, although he has double scouted that already. And so now he's just going to wait. Is he actually just going to wait here? Oh, this is so good by Nercio. If he waits here and just waits for the Terran to move out right now, like this Zergling sacrificed himself, so now he knows the Terran's the Protoss is moving out. Now he's going to try to come in for a surround. Nice force fielding, well, some nice force fielding, but the Zerglings are already in among the units, and you can see the Zerglings picking off absolutely everything. And oh wow, what a huge win for Nercio there, and he is able to even squeeze in here because Zerglings are small and they can fit through this gap. And now look at this, just lings all over the place, flooding into the main and into the mineral line. Yet again, there is a photon cannon there who is racking up quite a few kills, but it looks like he will be focused down 5 kills and then he goes down. And now a lot of probes are going to be going down. All the probes in gas, actually right here, being taken out. Tons of scouting getting done as well. Expanding during that is Nercio, and he's just going to be picking off, look at this, picking off a pylon even, so going to be depowering a couple warp gates, severely limiting the macro of mana, at least for the time being, and maybe might try to pick off this pylon as well. Nope, looks like instead he's going to play a ring around the base and move in here and try to get some more probes. Is he going to get any? Looks like he is going to get one. He is going to get 1 is the magic number. Okay, so Mana, again, somehow managing to hold this, but look at this. He is about 40 supply down at this point, and Nercio has taken a 4th, like I said before. Also, Nercio has a good grasp of where Mana is, because he knows Mana has not expanded yet, so he's going to be 4 base on 2 base. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal for him. And he has mutas out as well. Yes, here are the mutas. So he has roaches and mutas, and it looks like he's getting +2 carapace, and that's actually cool, because he has a lot of Zerglings and a lot of roaches, or he had a lot of Zerglings, and the carapace upgrade, if you get that, the Zerg equivalent of that actually synergizes well with all the ground units. Otherwise, you have to get melee and ranged, 2 different upgrades, or you can get 1 upgrade that affects all the units. So pretty cool. The only unit it doesn't affect actually is the Mutalisk, which we can see here, trying to get some damage done. Blink is done by these Stalkers, and they could actually reveal it sometime soon. Yep, okay, revealed. So now he knows Blink is done, and somehow managing to get out with most of his mutas. Just need to be a little bit patient here, but look at this, and we have a ton of roaches going to be moving in, and oh, poor Zealot gave his life for the cause of protecting that tower. And now look at this, tons of units moving over here, and he's going to have to cancel this. Mana cannot get over there in time, as he is trying to get all of his units grouped up here. But these mutas are pinning some of the Stalkers back. Of course, the mutas are still here. They're going to poke in now. Whoa, yep, still there. Got to be careful. But at the front, lots of roaches going to be pushing up here, and it looks like he's not going to wait for Carapace to finish. No timing attack needed. He's just going to go ahead and try to get some damage done right now, blinking to get outside of his little wall, and it looks like +2 weapons, no, +3 weapons is actually on the way for Mana. So, here we go. Some nice blinking, trying a nice blink, but it looks like, oh, look at this. Pathogen Glands is on the way, and go to the units tab, isn't this? Well, look at this. It's 65 drones to 49 probes. That's pretty good for the Zerg player. Also, just a lot of units. 23 Stalkers, but there's 27 Roaches, 14 Mutas, and 54 Zerglings. And Pathogen Glands is on the way, which means that we are going to see Infestors fairly close. It looks like +2 is just about to finish, and when +2 finishes, Nercio may actually just go in and try to push. Yes, it looks like that is going to be his timing. As +2 is finishing, he's going to move in here. And look at this, catching a lot of the Stalkers out of position. He is going to move in and see what he can do. Some Stalkers blinking back up into the main, but some roaches are already there. Nice force fields there to kind of slow down. Canceling! Oh, he got the forge before +3 finished. That is actually a huge deal, so it is going to be +2 for the foreseeable future versus the +2 carapace, which means that they pretty much just cancel each other out. Now it doesn't matter if he builds Zerglings or roaches. There's going to be no upgrade advantage either way, since the carapace and the attack cancel each other out completely. Look at this, 56 more Zerglings on the way, 5 Infestors, and +1 melee now on the way for our Zerg player Nercio, who has split up his Mutalisks yet again. If we go to the units lost tab, or no, that's the units tab. There we go. Let's go over here. We can see 28 workers killed. Nercio doing a great job of harassing the economy. And units killed, though. Mana, of course, killing quite a few. Here's the big battle. It looks like there is a whole, just everything in the kitchen sink coming out for Nercio. He's even getting a Ultralisk Cavern right now. And it looks like Mana is being forced back, although he is defending fairly well. There was a decent concave for Nercio, but he's going to go ahead and fall back. But, yeah, lots of damage being done, and now we have Infestors out, and they have enough for Fungals. So here we go. Look at the supply. It's like 60 supply different right now. Nercio is out of control in this game. Mana desperately trying to hold on, but I don't think he has enough. It's going to come down to Blink, and he can't even blink because of this because of the Infestors and their Fungals. Look at this. Great Fungals going down everywhere. Stalkers going down pretty much for free. There's the GG. So Nercio just rolling through Mana in this game, and I'm throwing my hands around in excitement because Nercio just putting on a clinic on how to punish fast expanding Protoss early, especially because Nercio had his own base denied for so long that he was kind of forced to get Zerglings out, was able to do a lot of Zerglings, get ahead, and pretty much maintain that lead all the way through, getting that third base up incredibly fast, and just getting ahead in economy, which translates to more units, which translates to winning games. So great job by Nercio. Congrats to him. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave comments. Check back. We got more games coming up in the very, very near future. Ta-da! All right, guys. I'm Squiggles. Catch you later.